Hello and welcome to my greenhouse. Now today is a very special day. Today is Thursday 20th of March 2025 and it is the spring equinox, which brings fantastic news as the day lengths are only getting longer from today onwards. It also marks the day that I'm doing my very first greenhouse tour to show you my chili seedlings and the other seedlings that we've got going as well. So unfortunately, I completely forgot to do a first video of sowing my chili seedlings. However, I am retroactively doing that now. So I'm going to give you the update today, and in the very near future, I will show you my new video of how I sow my chili pepper seedlings and then potting on from there on. I started to get very overcrowded in my little indoor grow setup where I start all of my warmer weather seedlings indoors. As you do, you get carried away and all of a sudden you have run out of space. This particularly happens to me quite often. So I had to make the decision to get my large Vitapod propagator outside into the greenhouse about a week ago. So I timed things pretty well, to be honest. And so far it's worked out perfectly. Obviously leading up to the spring equinox, and we're now there now, I've been really utilizing the extra sunlight and day length that we've had. We've been super fortunate over the last couple of weeks that there has actually been a lot of sunlight, so that has really helped. And I've seen all of my seedlings grow on really, really well. They have gotten so much bigger just from bringing them outside. I have been using a digital thermometer to monitor what the nighttime temperatures have been getting down to. And with the temperature probe that I've been keeping in the soil, I've been keeping a minimum soil temperature of 16 degrees Celsius. And looking at the digital thermometer inside the Vitapod, the low temperatures during the evenings, even on the cold days, have been getting to around 8.5, 9 degrees Celsius, and they have been absolutely fine. You may notice that I am profusely sweating, and it just happens to be that the sun is directly in my eyes at this moment, and it's probably still about 30 degrees in the greenhouse, even though it's about 4:30 in the evening. So what I do in the evening is I put the lids back on, which obviously does raise the humidity a lot. However, it keeps the temperature much more better regulated within the Vitapod. So it doesn't drop too much, even if we did get a frost outside or just very low temperatures. So let's have a look in the propagator. I have this beautiful liqcorice mint from Real Seeds that smells absolutely fantastic. I actually use it as a replacement to Thai basil. We love Thai basil in my house. Thai basil loves a lot of heat and sunshine, so it can be particularly hard to grow. We do get away with it here in the greenhouse, but this liqcorice mint really is a great replacement for that. We have a variety of peppers. I'll go over them in much more detail in a separate video across the board here. And these beautiful house tomatoes, also from Real Seeds. I really like the house tomato variety. I love the miniature bush variety because it allows me to grow them in these larger air pots that I've got across the backside here. We also love tomatoes in my household, and it just means that I don't have vines everywhere. Some more peppers on the side just here. I think I may have started my squash, courgettes and melons a little bit early. As you can see, they are enormous already in these little container-wise Charles Dowding 15 trays. Some sunflowers and some regular Genovese basil over here. On the side of the greenhouse, a new addition that I actually put in today, this beautiful gutter planter that I managed to fit on the side of the greenhouse. Now I have put a video together about the gutter trough on the back there, but now I literally just remembered that I filmed the clip landscape and not portrait. So I'll try and put something together and I'll see how I can do there. So what I'm going to do now is just close up the propagators for the evening so you can see me actually do that. So I've only got the one heated propagator in here, which is the large Vitapod. I've got got another propagator over here that I had spare that I've just been using for some of the cooler crops, some pea shoots and stuff in there. So when it was really freezing temperatures and the pepper seedlings were still a little bit younger and smaller, I was actually closing these side vents across the side and on the top, just to really help keep I didn't love the extra humidity, but I really wanted to keep the heat in there as much as possible. But since the temperatures have warmed up a bit now, I'm actually just leaving all of the vents open just to give it an extra bit of airflow in there during the evening. The humidity still does jump up to about 90% rather than 99%. So 10% less is a little bit better, or I feel a little bit better about that anyway. But it just means that there's some fresh air coming in there during the evening. Obviously, we're in the greenhouse, so it's semi-sealed anyway, but there is some air vents around the greenhouse that still allow some air in. I really don't want any sort of dampening off or mold, bad mold or fungus getting on in the propagator. So that is how I close up my Vitapod heated propagator in the evening. And tomorrow morning, probably around 9, half 9, as the sun's coming up and everything's starting to warm up, I'll open up everything by taking the lids off for the day. But today, this has been a little update on my seedlings, just to see how things are growing along. And as I said, in the not too distant future, I'll have my retroactive chili seed sowing video for you to view. If you've liked the view around my greenhouse, please let me know in the comments. Please consider liking, subscribing and sharing the video. And if there's anything that you'd like me to produce moving forward, please let me know and I'll do my very best to help you, as I truly believe that gardening is all about not only growing, but also learning and sharing the love. So thanks again.